It's me. It's been a while. How you doing? uh, this is just going to be a one-off video because I'm still looking for a job, but we are approaching 400 subscribers, which is really cool. Thank you for all the support. And I guess I have a thing on this channel where every 100 subscribers or so I do sort of a modding video. But I didn't really know what to do for 400 because being unemployed, it's kind of like, do I want to spend money or do I want to do something with the resources I already have? So that's basically what I did. There was a little bit of money spent, but don't worry, it's not a lot. So this guy, a fat PS2, it ticks. And it ticks when you have a disc in it. And actually, I picked this up very recently. I had these other PS2s over here. I have the white one and the black one. The black one I've had since I was a little kid. This thing's 20 years old. The white one, maybe 3 years old, since I got it at least. And the black one worked up until about 5 years ago when the video output just stopped working. I'm not entirely sure what's wrong with it. However, considering this is my original PlayStation 2, I'm not going to get rid of it. Then we have the white one, which was meant to replace it. And the white one worked fine until it stopped reading discs about 2 years ago. I'm not entirely sure what happened. Now, I'm assuming it's something with the laser. I had a third PS2. However, that one I ended up giving to my brother about a year ago, just because he wanted something to do gaming-wise, and he was like, hey, do you have any systems you don't need? And I thought, well, I have a working PS2 already, I'll just give him the extra one. So he has my only working PS2 now. So then there's this guy. Recently, in one of my little excursions out into the wild wasteland out there, I traveled to my favorite video game store, Live Action Games, in Champaign, Illinois. And I was just popping in because I was in town because I dropped someone off for a Lyft ride. If you don't know, I do Lyft on the side to like make money and supplement my income. And I popped inside and he had a stack of these fat PS2s laying there. And I asked him what's with the PS2s. And he goes, well, I had a guy come in, put new lasers in all of them. And these are the ones that didn't really go properly. So they make noise when a disc is in them. And I said, oh, do they work? And he goes, yeah, they work fine. They just make a slight ticking noise. You know, it's annoying to me. And I said, how much do you want for one? He goes, $50. So I said, sure, I could do that. Because I had a plan. I was going to take the fat PS2 and modify it to use a hard drive. Now, that's what this expansion bay in the back of the fat PS2 is for. It's for a hard drive. So, typically, it's supposed to fit a 3.5-inch traditional hard drive. However, those aren't really used a lot anymore. Don't get me wrong, they're still used by a lot of people, by a lot of big companies. However, SSDs are typically the way to go. And they have the same form factor where they fit into the connector pins, like so. If I could pop this in. So it would sit like this. And it would slide, how would it go? It would go like this into the PlayStation. And then you would screw it in. However, the two SSDs I have, this PNY 1TB one and the Samsung 870 QVO 2TB one, I couldn't get them to format on my computer. I'm not entirely sure why. You need one of these dongle cables that plugs in and has a USB port at the end. I couldn't get it to read. So I was like, now what am I going to do? And I was looking through my drawer of sort of tech components that I have behind the camera, and I came across this. This is an M.2 SATA 3 SSD, 500 gigabyte, by Team Group, that is plugged into a board that allows it to be connected to a traditional hard drive bay. So you'd have the two connectors that you would for a traditional hard drive going into a computer, or in this case, one of these USB dongles. So it would just plug in like so. And the USB is just like this little stick of gum thing that's on here, and it's 500 gigabytes. They're very tiny, but they're also very fast. Lo and behold, plugging this guy into my computer, I was able to format it, and I was able to use it. And I'm not going to go through the formatting on this video because the guy Macho Nacho, who I originally saw this from, does a fantastic job of explaining it. So I'm just going to link his video. He goes through how to format these and how to load games onto them. So this SSD connected to this board plugs into the back of the PS2 through this expansion board. And just so you know, this network adapter board, that's what it technically is, you can either buy an original one or you can get one of the clones off of Amazon for 20 bucks. And I'll have links to everything that I have here in the description, because this SSD was only like 20 bucks, this board was less, this adapter was 20 bucks, the fat PS2 was 50. The one other thing you will need is a memory card that has free McBoot installed on there. Now you could do that one of two ways. You can either A, go about the traditional route of modding a normal memory card with a USB stick, or two, you could just buy a free McBoot memory card off of Amazon, and I'll link those below. So this guy slides into here, push it in, and then I need a screwdriver, if I can get this guy out, with a flathead tip, because there's two flathead screws on the back here that need to be screwed in. There we go. So this hard drive is loaded up with a bunch of games. It's been flashed and modified so that it is able to run in a PS2. And the only other requisite is that in the memory card slot, you take your free McBoot memory card, you plug it in. No discs or anything required. So now we're going to take this guy and go over to my TV in the other room, because I'm in my living room right now, and we're going to pop it in, and I'm going to show you how it loads the games. So, here we are in my game room. You haven't seen this place in a while. Not much has changed, except I got rid of a lot of the games that were on the wall. So, I have my PlayStation 2 plugged in. It's got the expansion bay with the hard drive plugged into the back. So now, we're going to turn it on. And I've done some testing already to make sure this works. So let's go. So system powered on. Move this over so it's in frame. And we can see we're going to start it up now. Actually, I'll open the disk tray so you can see there's no disk inside. So there's no disk inside currently. Excellent. So this is what free McBoot looks like. So this is on the memory card right now. We're going to scroll down until we find HD Loader. So we're going to launch this by just pressing enter, so X. Now it's reading the hard drive I have installed. The fan spins up a little bit. I might do a mod that kind of makes the fan quieter, but for now it's fine. So these are all the games that I totally legally installed on my hard drive using the method described in Macho Nacho's video. So we have COD 3, Fatal Frame 2, God of War, Gran Turismo 4, Grand Theft Auto 3, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Need for Speed Underground 2, Okami, Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, Resident Evil 4, Silent Hill 3, Simpsons, Hit and Run, Sly Cooper, and the Thievius Raccoonist, Soul Calibur 3, and WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. So these are all games that you could pick, and you could add more or less. As you can see over here, it says that the hard drive is about 500 gigabytes after all installs, and there's 417 gigabytes free. So you could add a ton of games to this. So let's just pick a game that would be easy to hop into and show off the graphics. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, New Age of Heroes. And I'm going to hit play. There we go. It's creating save data.
Capcom presents Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Let's just do a quick match to show that this works. So I'll just be whoever, sure, whatever, and that person, sure, whatever, and that person, sure, whatever, and we'll just go easy, normal, I don't know. But it's playing just fine, and I suck at these fighting games, obviously, but I'm just doing this to show that it is working. Let's see if I can actually knock this guy out. Oh no, he's eating me. Hey, I knocked him out. Cool. So we just got back from looking at my TV with this guy running on it. And as you can see, the games run flawlessly and they boot up incredibly fast compared to disk-based booting. And this is honestly a fantastic way to play PS2 games. I'm sure you could back up PS1 games. If you have emulators built into your PS2 through FreeMcBoot, you can do backups of those games too. It's just a great way to extend the life of one of my favorite consoles. Not that there's anything wrong with these smaller ones, and yes, there is a way to put SSDs and hard drives on these guys. Basically, instead of putting them into the network expansion bay, you would just use the USB dongle that I have sitting over there and plug it into one of the USB ports on the front, and then load through FreeMcBoot that way. But this is a great, relatively inexpensive way to play all your games. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Thank you for all the support the channel's gotten over the past couple months, even though I haven't really been uploading. Life has just been getting in the way of doing that. But a couple things. One, I posted a couple streams a few weeks ago of a Fallout New Vegas AI, and that unfortunately got copyrighted, so I couldn't run it on YouTube. However, it is currently running on Twitch and Kick, so I'm going to link both of those in the description below. You can go and listen. That's just running on actually a laptop that's sitting right up there. A couple other things. I don't know when normal videos are going to resume. As I said, I am still looking for a job. If you want to hire me, that'd be great. I'm a software engineer from the United States of America, and I don't know how much this matters, but I'm a U.S. citizen. And I know that some companies, that's really a determining factor because they don't do visas at the moment. So just pointing that out there. Reach out to me in the comments and I'll share whatever information I can if you're interested in hiring me. And yeah, just thank you for all the support. It actually means a great deal to me to see that the subscribers have gone up even a little bit since I stopped making videos a few months ago. So thank you very much. Keep grinding out there. Keep working hard. Everything will turn out perfect in the end, I promise. And thank you very much for watching.